I've been working in IT for a large company for 5 years now. We've got all the usual office policies. No personal emails, no external communications during working hours, all the standard corporate rules. But a few months ago the company introduced a new email policy. It was supposed to be for security reasons, but let's be honest, it was a complete overkill. We were told we had to get approval for every single email we sent that wasn't internal. That's right. Every email to a client, vendor or partner needed to be approved by our department head before we could hit send. At first, I tried to follow the policy, but it quickly became clear that this was a huge time waster. It wasn't just about getting a quick approval. No, the approval process meant filling out a detailed form, providing the subject line, recipient list, and the content of the email. And, of course, there was the usual 2 to 3 day wait for an actual response. Every single time. At first I thought, okay, it's a new policy, I'll deal with it. But then the absurdity of it all started to hit me. We were supposed to be an efficient team. Yet, here we were, spending more time waiting for email approvals than actually working. So, one day, I decided to have a little fun with it. I had to send a routine email to a vendor, and I knew that the approval process would take at least 48 hours. Instead of waiting around, I followed the policy to the extreme. I drafted my email, filled out the approval form with every single detail, and submitted it. But here's the catch. Instead of just sending a regular request, I got extra creative. I included the entire email thread from the past 6 months with the vendor. I listed all previous emails, included notes on past interactions, and even added a few irrelevant attachments, just for good measure. I submitted the request with a polite note. Please approve this email to vendor X for the delivery of order Y. I've included all relevant communication and context for your review. Naturally, the approval process took even longer than usual, and when my department head finally saw the email and all the unnecessary attachments, he was not pleased. But I didn't stop there. Oh no, I decided to escalate things even further. The next email I had to send was to another vendor. Same routine. This time, I included every single email I'd ever sent to any vendor in the past year, just in case they needed context. I attached PDFs, screenshots, and even included a few Excel spreadsheets of unrelated data. By this time, the department head was getting a little annoyed, but I kept pushing the limits. I was following the policy to the letter, and it was causing all sorts of unnecessary chaos. Eventually, the higher-ups caught wind of the situation. I got called into a meeting, and they asked me why I had been submitting such ridiculous email approval requests. I simply replied, I was following the company's email policy as outlined. I just wanted to make sure you had all the information you needed for approval. That's when the policy was finally revised. No more email approvals for routine messages. And, of course, I was the one who inspired the change. Moral of the story: sometimes, following the rules, to the point of absurdity, can be a great way to get a ridiculous policy changed. After all, if no one ever calls out how ridiculous the rules are, nothing will ever change.